Woo-woo! Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody full of that Thanksgiving turkey today. Good morning, y'all. Bring it on in. Come on. Come on, bring it on in. Bring it on in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Bring it in. Bring it on in. Good morning, everybody. You're tuning live to Hot 1079 Brian Warwick in the morning. Welcome on into Hot 1079 Brian Warwick in the morning. Post Thanksgiving interviews. What's going on, y'all? Bring it on in. Bring it on in. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Bring it on in, y'all. Good morning. Jessica, I got something I got to talk to you about on this live today. Jessica, Lord. Good morning, everybody. Bring it on in. Bring it on in. Tell your peoples. Tell your peoples. Get to sharing. Get to liking. Show your people. Y'all, we need to tell Dion to put this song out for real, for real. This song bump. I'm gonna have to talk to him like, when you gonna put this on mainstream? Good morning. Come on, bring it on in, everybody. I know a lot of y'all hungover. All of that. Come on, bring it on in. You still could get some of this day in, some of this word, some of this conversation. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We about to start, y'all. Good morning. Keep on sharing. Good morning, good morning. That's my cue. I like to let that thing run, boy. Dion made a song, boy. But good morning, post Thanksgiving. Let's start out. We just gonna dive into it. Let's start out post our affirmation. Then we gonna talk about everything. All right, y'all know how we do. I say at the beginning of the phrase, you guys finish it. So if you need strength, I say I am, and you say strong. If you need money, I say I am, and you say wealthy. You already know how the game go. All right, I am. I need. I want. I will be. I am. And good morning. Good morning to everybody. I see the people coming in this post Thanksgiving morning. We actually coming in and having this good conversation. We're going to start this thing off. First of all, y'all, Jessica, help me with the name of this. Jessica had made, my mom had ordered, I didn't even know my mom was ordering this at first. She ordered like this stuff Jessica got with like the bread and the crawfish and I guess boudin. I'm trying to think what it is. I don't know the name of it. Jessica gonna put it in the comment section. Jessica, please comment what that stuff is, and y'all get at Jessica for that. When I tell you, I brought back home. She said the seafood boudin toast. I didn't eat mine until about what time it was. It was about like 9:10 o'clock. Well, about 9:30. Because I got back home, we had them leftovers. I was like, might as well heat me up a little something. But I knew I was going to wait to eat it later on in the day. So, I'm sitting there in the bed, got my little juice or whatever. Me and him were watching Young Justice. And then I take a bite. I say, hold up. What is this? And I look down. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Jessica, you put every bit of your foot, big toe, little toe, ankle, thigh, everything is in that doggone. Man, let me tell you something. The moment I actually, I forgot to cut this thing off. The moment I bit into it and I actually started eating it, I was like, hold up, she on to something. Cause I've never had it before, me personally, I've never had it. So whenever I actually dove in, I was like, yo, this is fire. This like, I was mad that cause my grandmother and them was like, yeah, take as many as you want, blah. You know how people be for Thanksgiving, and I should have took up on that offer. Cause I was like, nah, people need, they had like a big pan. I forgot the quantity, but they had like a really big pan of what you had made. And I'm sitting there like, Jesus, I should have took half that pan. I should have just took the whole pan. Cause let me tell you something, I would have ate that whole pan by my doggone self. That stuff was good. That mixed with that, cause I had some rice dressing and some greens right on side of that. Child, I'm glad I ain't practicing my veganism right now, cause I would have broke it for that. I promise you, that stuff smelled and tastes good. But don't say you could do more. Don't say that, because you're gonna end up. No, don't do that. She said I have one more at the house. Save it for me. Just save it for me. But good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I hope everybody got a chance to really be by y'all families and enjoy y'all families with the family members that we have lost and the ones that just couldn't, really be there for whatever the circumstances. You know, today I kind of actually want to dive into that today about like the emphasis of family when it comes down to these holidays, and because to me, I feel as though real family, even though we do come together. See, I have one more doubt. I feel as though like, yeah, it's cool when people come together for holidays and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna go into conspiracy mode. I'm not gonna talk about how we really shouldn't be celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas and blah blah blah. I'm not doing that today. I'm not gonna be the Grinch today, but it's coming. But what I am saying is that it's a lot. It takes a lot more to consider somebody your family than just showing up for a holiday. Even though we are very grateful, for the things that we decide to come together for, when it comes down to holidays and stuff like that. But to me, I woke up with this in my mind, so I'm not like targeting nobody. I don't want nobody to feel like, oh, well, he targeted me. No. Is really like, the people that are family are the people who that like you actually take the time to be around outside of holidays, because anybody could show up and eat some food, but like who's actually there whenever you really need them, who's actually there for conversation, like who's spending time with you, who else you could just go to, and like y'all could actually be family members, quote unquote, because you got some people, you got some friends that treat you better than your family, because I love the thing that they have now. It's called Friendsgiving, when like a whole bunch of friends get together before, obviously everybody got to either out of town or out of state to go see their family. Everybody, like all the friends, meet up and stuff like that. Now granted, I didn't participate or do one myself this year because didn't have the time, didn't really want to do it. But I know I've been doing a lot of bonfires lately, and granted, it ain't been like no big gatherings. I have like the first one I did was me, Amber, Andre, Fantasia, just like a little couples thing in my yard. And then I had one with Kyra, her birthday party, I believe, and it was the whole family was over there. It was lit. It was so fun. And then we had one with my friend Dion had came through. Dion that was actually on the interview. He came. So the next one I want to do, because I kind of I don't really be on Twitter like that no more. I want to delete the app. I really do, and I think I will. But excuse me. I don't know. It's like I was on Twitter the other day and I was like, I had tweeted the next one I want to do is like a burn it away type of bonfires. Like have people come around. Well, have the people I invite come around. You like bring whatever you want to bring. We don't really be asking people to bring nothing, but we got some good friends. They're like, what y'all need us to bring? We be like, just come. I mean, just a bonfire. Bring what you want. But everybody be bringing all types of stuff, and I love it. Good friends, y'all. But I told them write some stuff down on some paper. Like really write stuff down, like what you want to let go, what you want to end 2021 with. What you want to really leave in this year. And let's just put that junk in the bonfire and like just. I'm not saying like party it away, because we will party. What's going on, Mike? But it's like just let it go. Like really just let it go. It's like it may seem mundane and it may seem like, oh, that's pointless, but like even the little things that you put faith in or like the symbolism behind what we'll technically be doing, it actually does something for the people and for a person. So I would implore y'all to start doing that. It's good that we have family gatherings and stuff like that. But when we meet, let's start doing stuff like that. How they release balloons for for people that pass and stuff like that. Start doing like a balloon release of how y'all, the things y'all want to leave in this y'all let go in general. Like start doing bonfires, start doing something. Like just create new. I don't know. I feel like we in the season to where it's like, oh yeah, and I gotta explain what I talked about the other day on social media. I'm explaining that too. But we gotta start. I don't know. I feel like we gotta start making new traditions, and new routines, because at the end of the day, I'm not saying the tradition that we have are played out and they're not working, because they are. I mean, we have a lot of traditions that keep families together, but it's okay to be innovative and it's okay to introduce something new to the family that helps everybody, because not everybody is going to ask for help. Not everybody is going to come to, she said, I want to release lanterns. That'll be fire. I'm down for that. I'm definitely down for that. Not everybody is going to be open to doing this, that, and the third, like as far as asking for help or asking for like, or teach me how to let go and teach me how to do this, that, and the third, so it's like, I ain't gonna say it's necessarily our job to do that, but at the same time, it's like we can do things or introduce things to people that are, you gotta keep in mind too, we have our immediate family of like, okay, me, my mom, my daddy, my sister, like that, us four, right? And then you have the extended family, and like she said, I'll bring the snacks. And it's cool, but like that's one perspective, that's one point of view. When you start spreading certain beliefs and perspectives to other pieces of the family, then things start to change. So that's why I would say introduce that and bring that in. But to answer, because I got a lot of questions. I had said a few days ago, I had posted a picture right before. I think I just ended like praying in my. I love praying up in here, but I was talking about like the window and everything that was closing right there. Everybody like, well, where you getting all this information from? This and the third and blah blah blah. Good morning, Cree. I was like, where you getting all this information from? Blah blah blah. And I'm sitting there like, it's one of the things where you just got to be tapped in to understand. I feel like God been dealing with me a lot in dreams, and God been really like dissecting when I be dissecting my dreams, there's been a lot of messages, and I've been doing this stuff long enough to know like if I dream about something I dissect it typically happens. Or the warning signs, something happens accordingly to what I dreamed about. And there's days that I don't even remember my dreams because I guess he ain't got nothing to tell me at the time. But between that and the scriptures I've been in and then just observing, that's another thing too. We got to learn how to put our phones down because you got to just observe the times that we in, the seasons that we in. Like there's actual spiritual clocks, there's spiritual calendars and stuff like that. There's like all this stuff is strategically planned out. If you in tune, you'll see it. If you reading books, you'll see it. Because like a lot of people like to talk about what's right and what's wrong, the Bible, this, that, and the third. But the more I've been diving into African holistic health, and it's a lot more than just the body parts. They talk about the spiritual side of everything too. And it's like all that stuff coincides with the Bible. They reference God and all that type of stuff. They talk about spiritual calendars, optimum days, all that stuff we was talking about a few days ago about colors and all of that. All that stuff lines up. All that stuff lines up. And then when you line up the seasons and look on what's going on right now, we're in a season to where it's like, if you want, like, granted, the people that missed it, that didn't do it, they missed it. But at the same time, and not saying it's going forever, but you never know what's coming up next. But, when there's windows like that open, it's like it will behoove you not to at least try to tap in. You have nothing to lose. If somebody's on social media saying there's a window that's going to be open till 3 a.m. for you to grab abundance and manifestation and blah, 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 blah. All you got to do is pray and meditate, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Me personally, is like, I'm not granted, I'm going to do a discernment check on it. But even if I don't feel like doing that, I don't feel a need to do that. It's like, all right, I'm still going to try to tap in regardless because I'm not trying to miss nothing like that. And what I love about my surroundings and the people that's around me, a lot of people already naturally, they seek God every day. They pray, they meditate, they talk to themselves, like they really align. Like I was talking with Jess, not to put her business out there, but me and Jess was talking about it, and she was like, I've been praying all day, so I'm already, what I'm saying? Like people that have people around you that's already tapped in, and it's just dope. And it's crazy because like after that happened, a lot of, that's how I know I heard. Cause like after that happened, a whole bunch of good stuff started happening, so it's like, I don't know. I feel as though people got to start getting a little bit more in tune for what's going on. Things are about to change. Seasons are changing. We about to head into the real winter. We got like December coming up. And granted, it's different in Louisiana than it is in other states and areas like that. But, every region of the United States has a different like spiritual jurisdiction and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like we're transitioning. You got to look at what's going on around everywhere. It's like times are changing, seasons are changing, food changing, plants changing, water's changing. Like you got to be in tune with what's going on. Because if not, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, you're going to be left behind and blah, blah. I'm not trying to scare nobody, but I'm trying to help people. It's like now's the time we preach about financial literacy and this, that, and the third. But a lot of people want to just be entertained. So it's like, I need you guys. Well, I hope that you guys jump out of that entertainment brain, at least for like a few. What's going on? Good morning, Andre. At least jump out of that entertainment brain for like a week or two, or just a month, something, and like start diving into financial literacy. Start diving into, because you got to think about it. I was watching Kirk Rich last night. Dude I met him through Dave. Dave is one of my good friends. He played guitar for Ty Tribbett. He's well known around the world. He takes world tours. Good morning, Fantasia. He does world tours. He records guitar for a lot of people. One of the coldest guitar players I've ever met, and have the privilege to call my friend. Like honestly blessed. And I met Kirk through him. And Kirk is he said top of the morning. And Kirk is he's not really a financial advisor. He's just one of the brothers that made it through. And he's not one of the people that's gonna sit there and have to try to charge people an arm and a leg for what he's learned and gained. He's gonna actually he's going to just I ain't going to say just give you the game, but he's basically going to give you the game. Good morning, Kimmy. He basically going to just give you the game. And it's so crazy. I found myself at almost 2-3 o'clock this morning, just trying to dive into knowing I had to be up early this morning. But I just couldn't go to sleep when that hit me. It was like, you got to start just read a little bit more. Granted, I'm already reading a lot about all that type of stuff, but I just had a different type of desire last night that hit me out of nowhere. And I'm telling y'all, like, I know it's easy to like get on TikTok and Facebook and all of that and just scroll and laugh. We need to escape. I get it. We work hard. We work all day. We want to come home. We want to get on our phones. We want to drink. We want to do this, that, and the third. We want to have a good time. We want to relax. I understand. But what is at least a month's worth of coming back home and sacrificing by reading a financial literacy book or going on this, that, and the third and figuring it out to where, because he made a perfect analogy last night whenever he went live. He had said, well, he went live already. That's just something he had posted. I went back and watched his live again. I even contacted him. I had to talk to him about if I had a few questions for him. But he had said if you was to tell a lot of people that if you give me I have an all expense paid vacation, all expenses paid vacation for you to go to any place you ever wanted to go in life for a whole week. You get your tickets, you get your food, you get your accommodations, you get your place to stay. And it's all, high quality, like Dubai level, like real rich type stuff. And you only got to pay me $150 for the package. Now, a lot of people will find a way to scrap that $150, right? We'll go find a way to get, I get to finally get a break from my job and blah, 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 blah. And the majority would do that. But if you tell but most people, as crazy as it may seem, but I mean, I'm in this business too, so I've seen it happen. So I know he wasn't just talking out his behind when he said this, but he was like, now you can tell people that they'll run to that. But at the same time, if you tell people for $150, I can give you the materials and I can give you what you need to study and learn how to live your life to where you can have, you can basically have vacations when you want this, that, and the third. Most people ain't going to do that. Most people ain't going to want to take the time to sacrifice, read, and figure it out, and this, that, and the third. Most people ain't going to want to invest in certain things because people got to realize, he had broke it down. He was like, a lot of us, he said, think about it. Your father or your parents might have came from like college, or they try to get you to go to college, or they finally they're the ones in the family that finally got decent jobs and made it out. Their parents was probably indigent servants, or some people who were trying to figure it out too. People before them was probably some indigent servants or slaves, and the people definitely before them was slaves. So the people that brought us here, they didn't bring us here to learn how the money work and learn how to accumulate wealth and stuff like that. They came here for us to work, because when we spend, they make money. And it's like they even said in a not a debate. It was an interview. I forgot the dude's name. Excuse me. He said we're at a point in time to where, and this was recent. He said we're in a point in time to where it would be illegal for us to not pay y'all because of y'all work, as of before. They didn't have to pay us because of slavery. He said, but now we're in a time to where it would be illegal if we were not to pay y'all when y'all work. But nobody said anything about teaching y'all how to use the money or how to accumulate wealth over time. And then it's like, because it's a game they play. It's the game that they made. So when you one of those people like him that figure it out, people like me that's figuring it out right now, and then you come into the truth of like, it's like when people say, oh, I need to make my money work for me and this, that, and the third. I thought I knew what that meant. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I thought I knew what that meant, but now I truly know what that means. Something like when you sit there and gradually make investments on pieces of business and this, that, and the third, and investments and stocks and indexes and all that type of stuff, it may seem like you doing it for nothing, because we live in such a macro society where people have microwave attention spans and brains, to where it's like, well, I put in $800 and I want at least $3,200 by the end of this year and blah, 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 blah. Not realizing that money is a long game. No matter how you want to pull it, money is a long game. If you say you invest in a fund or a stock, say you invest it gives you $150 just to get in, right? To own this piece of stock or whatever. And you're going to make, let's say, out of that 100, you're going to make $35 to $45 per month from that back, right? Most people don't want to deal with that. Most people is like, well, if I put in this amount of money, I want to get this back now. Not realizing that money don't get tired. Money don't have muscles. Money doesn't have an anatomy. The money is going to sit there and continue, like, for the rest of your life. You're going to make this amount from what you invested for every month. You're going to have what's called a dividend. Each month you're going to have this coming back to you, right? Instead of it being a bill, it's going to be a check, or it's going to be how your form of deposit is. And people not realizing that, oh, if I'm putting in $800, I want this, that now. It's going to pay for itself over time. That's why it's called an investment. They call it disposable income. get you some dispo, even if it's $5, $10, y'all. Like add it up in the same stock. Like for me, I think I was talking with my mom. Who I was talking about with this yesterday? I want to say it was my mom and my dad and them. I believe it is. But basically, essentially, what I was talking about was like, I know what type of. I feel like that was Andre. That was Andre, my mom, and my dad. I want to say, if not just my mom and my dad. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember at the moment. But I was basically getting at was like, I already know what I want to invest in. Like I want to be smart about it. I know people drink a lot, especially out here, but in general, people drink a lot. I want to invest in the top consumed liquors. I want to invest in the top consumed clothing. I want to invest in like the Nikes, all that type. Granted, I don't wear that type of stuff, but I know a lot of people do, and a lot of people want to impress other people. And if y'all want to impress other people and do this, that, and the third, guess what? I'm a profit off of y'all trying to impress. Cause let's say God bless me if he does, say if I get $2,000 of disposable income right now, I already know where it's going. Granted, I may not see that return by the end of this year, but I'm gonna see that return depending on how I split it by next year, year after year, and it's gonna keep accumulating because guess what? What people fail to realize the value of what you're putting in because they give you percentages. So the value of what you put in increases as the business increase. So say if I would have bought, man, I wish I would have did that. Say if I had the know-how to buy into Dogecoin before it hit Twitter, right? If I was following the World Economic Forums and message, go check that out. But say I would have followed that and I would have caught it when it was 2 cents. Or I would have caught Bitcoin and all that when it was 2 cents, or it was like a few dollars or whatever. And I would have get my dividends. I would have got my payout. And I would have took a fraction or a percentage of my payout and put that back in, while the other stuff is still working and I'm adding on. It's basically just doing this. So if I would have did that when it first started up until now, imagine how much money I would have been sitting on. Imagine how much money we could have been sitting on. But everybody want to put in. And then they want to pull, well, I'm waiting for it whenever it comes out and blah, 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 blah. No. Now, granted, you can learn how to day trade, which is I'm gonna say this, it's not for everybody, but it's learnable. It's learnable. But you can learn to day trade and you can make some hundreds every day. You can. I have a friend named Jacob Jenkins. Like he's real. Dude is a wizard with this stuff. Like he know how to do that. So you can hit him up for that. He be on Instagram talking about it and doing it, showing like his live stuff. He a dog with it. But and he real about it. He a real person. He not one of them YouTubers that just like, oh, I didn't do this and blah blah blah. Like he actually gonna give you like, go look at this book, go do this, that, and the third. Here's how you get it. Go figure it out. And you can also watch. Like you can really learn and figure it out. But and I day trade from time to time, but it's like that's not my thing for right now. I know I want to play more of a longer game. That's just me. I'm a longer game type of person because I know what's going to come out of it. But like I said before, find out what you want to invest in it, do your research, start following these things that's going to tell you about the businesses around you, the economics and stuff around you, because the rich people are not on social media like that. Why? Because they understand that that's a consumer's game. Most people on social media, now granted, you got your people like me, the entrepreneurs and stuff like that. We on here, we consume, yeah, but like we also know how to sell and stuff like that on here. We have to make a living as well, which we do. But at the same time, I want to, look, as many cards, as big of a hand as I could get in this game, guess what? I want to get it. Because at the end of the day, I want to hit life with some draw fours. I want to hit life with some reverse cards. I want to hit life with some wild cards. I want to say Uno eventually and Uno out on that thing. But it's like, it is going to take us reading and spread it. Because like, best believe, when I really figure this stuff out, and I start learning more and more, the first people I'm telling is my parents. Y'all don't understand. It's not that I have a chip on my shoulder, but it's like, I really want to, like, before my parents, and granted, my parents are very young. So it's like, they got a lot of time to be on this earth. But at the same time, I know me personally, I want to be wealthy and I want to accumulate wealth before my parents get older, even though they're going to be healthy in their old age. It's like, I want to enjoy that with them. As like for all the times that like watching my parents sacrifice and everybody good now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying niggas struggling or nothing like that, but you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it be moments where like when you actually get it, like, you want to show the people that took the time to raise you, you know what I'm saying? So like, you want to really give them some appreciation. Like I know like I said before, I already talked about like the state and all that type of stuff. Y'all hear me talk about this a lot because that's something I'm really passionate about. But at the same time, it's like, it's like I want to spread the wealth. I want to spread the knowledge. I want to get us to where we need to be. Because like we think we living good now. Like we think, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna, life gonna be good. I'm gonna save up and I'm gonna enjoy my this, that, and the third. Man, it's like the more and more I'm diving into this financial literacy world, man. Them people don't wait for nothing, man. Them people wait for the investments to come back, but them people know how to move stuff, and they live in how we want to live now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not speaking out of jealousy when I'm about to say this because I'm not a materialistic type of person. But it's like, I see people with new Jeeps all the time. Now, granted, good credit will do that too. Don't get me wrong. All good leasing to do that too. But y'all feel what I'm saying. You see people with like good cars and vehicles and stuff like that, good houses, good clothes and all of that. And it's like you already doing good for yourself, but it's like, dang, that next level. Like, I want that next level because it's that's another level of comfort. That's another level of just a way of living. And like we all can't say like, oh, well, we don't feel that way and blah, 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 because why are we working out? A lot of people are working how they working out just to get there, just to be somewhat in that, in that life, just to have that, like to get that little extra weight off your shoulders. Because it's not like we out here trying to be like, well, I want to run the world and be a billionaire. I don't need to be no billionaire, no millionaire. I just need to have way more money than bills so I can live off my land, have my resources. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking into doing that dual citizenship soon too, just in case. But have all my stuff together and like just be in a very good, healthy place financially, spiritually, physically, because like people be like, more money, more problems, and blah, 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 blah. Now you just gotta learn how to move your stuff the right way. Because at the end of the day, there's ways around everything. There's a group called Lyft Market, LYFT Market. I think that's it on YouTube. And like, especially for like if you're an entrepreneur or you're a young business owner, I found them very recently. But like they talk about how to like, bro, I'm not saying tax evasion or nothing like that. I'm not trying to make y'all do nothing bad. But like they talk about how these businesses make so much. They explain how these businesses make so much money and have to pay so little in taxes legally. Because I mean, it's just knowing the game. And it's like they talk about like how to you buy cars through your business and stuff like that for like tax write-offs and employments and this, that, and the third, and like how to process your payments. Like they break it down. And it's a group of black people. They break it down. They break it down for real. I think it's LYFT Market. I think that's what it is. And you'll see it is a skinny black guy. He always wearing like a black jacket or a collared shirt. Y'all can't miss him. It's like a green and gold. What's going on, Nick? It's like a green and gold. That's like their theme colors. Y'all go check them out on YouTube when y'all got time. But yeah, man. Like once we really think about it, once we really figure that stuff out, it's a wrap, man. Just because like you gotta think about it. $100,000 to $200,000 may seem like a lot, but it's really not in the grand scheme of things. But for people like us, good morning, Miss Samantha. But for people like us who know how to live, because I'm not saying, oh, well, we don't come from money, we broke. No, I'm not saying that. But like people who typically don't average that, people who don't have at least 6 to 12 people in there per family, per generation that average that type of money, we're just coming into this realm of thinking of how to operate in money, or as though we feel as though we know how to move. So imagine people like us that know how to live, save money, and now we're going to learn how to invest, but we also learn how to not live beyond our means, because that's another thing too. Just because you got the money don't mean you got to show everybody you got the money. Enjoy your money. If I was to start averaging $100,000 to $200,000 right now, guess what? The most I'm doing is building my house, getting my land, and start my farm and stuff like that. But I'm not going to be flashing with all this jewelry. No. I'm going to have enough money to where it's like my bills will be paid. I have enough to seed into store. I'm saving up. I'm living good. I ain't got to worry about no bills. And guess what? Yeah, I'm going to enjoy my stuff a little bit. But it's like once I know I average that amount, if I'm going to average, let's say if I'm averaging $100,000, right? I want to live off of 50 to 60. And so I could save the rest or save half of the rest and invest the other half. You feel me? Because now my quality of life has went up. My quality of life has changed. So she said, when will the holiday jazz night be? Ooh, I have no idea. I don't know, but that's a good idea. You know what? She just gave me, Andre, I hope you up in here. She just gave me an idea. She just gave me a great idea. Ooh, thank you so much, Sister Samantha. I don't know if you meant to do that or not, but you just gave me an idea, a really good idea. Andre, I hope you up in here because we're going to have to talk about this. This is going to be nice. And I hope my daddy off. Y'all get to hear my daddy sing. But, yes, that's going to be nice. Thank you, Miss Samantha. But we need to learn how to really move, how to move the right way, and how to like really take care of ourselves the right way. Because once we really start doing that, and we start learning how to not live beyond our means and stuff like that, and really like, because that's one thing I love that my parents passed down to me. They was like, work for your money, be smart with your money, save your money, and don't just be out here just spending money. If you know you got bills and stuff to take care of that. But always have some money on the side for a rainy day and or just to save up. Make your money work for you and do what you got to do. Because, bruh, Well, I'm glad you're up in here, Andre. I was hoping you're up in here, Andre, so you could have see what she said and you could have seen my reaction. I'm gonna call you on my way to go train Miss Wiles. I'm gonna call you. Actually, me and you got to meet today. I just remember that. I'm gonna call you whenever I'm coming back from Broussard and Lafayette. And somebody must be back in and was backing out. I was going crazy. But thank you so much, Sister Samantha. That is a fire idea, man. I'm so excited for this. But yeah, y'all, it's man, it's so possible. It's so possible for us to even right now. It's like you got to think about it, because a lot of people like to call me, like my mama say, that's frugal Fred. Everybody know I'm cheap, but it's like even if I quote unquote do have it, I don't have it. I'm that type of person. It's like, now granted, if I gotta pay my bills off, I got some stuff to, unless I'm really, really low, I really don't have it. But it's like, it's like I've learned, he said, what's up? I've really learned to like not live beyond my means while at the same time progressing forward. I don't have to have the nicest things now if I can't afford it. That's another thing too. Start building up y'all credit, health. Like really start finding ways to build up your credit. Even you got people with dirt dog trash credit that still learn how to build it up and could build up a bunch of money in credit. Because like that's another thing too. A lot of these rich people say we don't own no debit cards. Good, what's going on, Keely? I didn't know you was up in here. A lot of people like we don't own no debit cards, stuff like that. We only work through credit and our investments and blah 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 blah. And I used to think people were just flexing and talking out there behind until I actually learned the game. And now, excuse me, I had breakfast before this. I actually ate before this, so now I'm burping. Y'all excuse me. Now I've learned and I've moved in and I moved into that mindset and I'm getting in deeper, and it's like, bro, it's like them people not really flexing or nothing like that. Them people just living life how they plan to live their life. Like they really out here figuring it out, doing what they got to do, and they just doing it. So it's just I ain't gonna say it blows my mind, but like I wish I would have figured this out at 18, 19, 20, well, when I first basically got my first job. Because even before I got my first job, I was cutting grass. When I first started cutting grass with people in the neighborhood, I first started doing all of that, and when my parents would give me a little money here and there, like I wish I would have known this rather than now at 26, because, well, that's like 6, 7, 8. That's like 8 to 9 years later. If I would have been putting that money back in there, like I could imagine the type of money I would have been balling out with right now. Because real wealth, not just business riches and working hard riches out and saved up riches, like real wealth. When you really play that long game the right way, on top of you just living your life and hustling, like that's why I'm so glad my parents, shout out to my parents. I'm so glad they didn't force me to like really be confined into any type of box as a person. Good morning, Nisi. That's why I'm glad they didn't conform me to any box as a person, because it's like my parents was always the type of people to where it's like, we just want y'all to do what's best for y'all. We want y'all to be better than us. We want you, because they always want the lineage to exceed and go past the previous generation. And I love it. It is a podcast now. Nisa, I have, I'm about to start uploading stuff on SoundCloud. I just made the profile yesterday, and there's a lot of stuff on the YouTube already. I'm gonna put the link in the, actually, let me do it right now. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section. But shout out to my parents for always letting me be myself. And always let me think out the box. It's like I was all, I mean, if we're gonna be honest about it, I was always the weird kid. I was always the kid that getting into nerdy stuff and saying wild, ridiculous things, having these crazy thoughts, but it's like they never judged me for it. Like they kind of had to look at me a few times and be like, yeah, right? But like they never really like tried to deter me from being myself. And it's like they let me pursue music. They let me pursue basically anything I wanted to do. I went to school for all that type of stuff. And like now I'm sitting here as a greater version of my past self, living in my real life of who I really am now. And it's like I love when that light hit me like that, because I feel like I be talking about some real truthful stuff when it happened like that. But it's like it makes me very grateful, because I feel as though if I would have been confined to a certain box, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. Probably 5-10 years down the road, I'll probably just be having this awakening. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I love, and I see that with a lot of my friends too. Like they have a lot, like I'm in that small percentage of friends who just don't have kids right now. And I'm watching all my other friends have kids. And I got to give a good shout out to you. Y'all some amazing parents. Like I have, and y'all babies, these quarantine babies are huge. Like one of my friends, Vicky, she got a baby. Little Saint is so precious. That dude not even a year old, I want to say, and he almost my height. Like that dude big. Like Nisi and Nick, y'all have a beautiful little boy. Like he look healthy. He's like everybody having these big, tall, strong, solid, smart babies. And it's like, and I'm watching how they raising these kids. Like, this next generation gonna be something nice because like they're letting them be themselves. They're still but what I like about my generation of friends, we're in the middle. That's what I love about our generation. We're right in the middle of like right before technology really boomed, and right after, after it hit, and then like we had to learn both sides of the coin. So and we're seeing what this pop culture is doing to society and what the past has done to the current society and the mindsets of generations, is that and the third. And we're moving so differently, and I love it. We getting change done. We getting mindsets changed. We're raising up. Well, I ain't got no children. They raising up kids that's like, that's going to be so different and so strong and so smart, but actually come out with perspective. Because one of my biggest concerns about kids, especially these days with this the generation that we have, is like this no critical thinking skills. Everything is follow, do what the other person doing, can't think for yourself, can't create for yourself. Nobody, like, everybody is trending off of the next, like they're flipping somebody else's creation, but like, and that's my thing, is like, y'all can't critically think, y'all can't independently think no more. Like, it's really not we are waiting. Y'all, somebody blocked my mom when she said we are waiting. Y'all gonna be waiting too. It ain't time yet. But I don't know, y'all. It's like it kind of gives me hope to see like my friends and people of our generation raising kids with mental health awareness, with financial literacy, with actually listening to their children. That's why I'm thankful for my parents too, because even though I ain't gonna say they're part of our generation, but like that mindset that they have kind of merges into that, because my parents did discipline me. Don't get me wrong. Like they got me in line when I was out of line. But at the same time, it's like, how can I put it? They still allowed us to have conversations about how we feel about this thing, this, that, and the third. And I watched, especially my relationship between me and my mama, like I watched it just evolve into something mature, something healthy, something that can like now is like, not him saying, Daddy, get off Facebook. Not him saying we all waiting. Y'all something else. But like into something to where it's like, now it's like my mama FaceTime me or call me, I pick up and we could talk for hours. We could clown, we could do whatever. And it's like, I feel like that's what's missing when I be talking about like the village mentality and the real family, like bringing all that stuff back, critically thinking, like actually operating in those circles, but I don't know. I guess time, time does its thing. Human nature does its thing. Everything, there has to be a balance. I always tell that to people. When I say utopia, I know I'm talking, most people refer to like a perfect society, peaceful, blah, 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 blah. But there's another side to that, like it can be strictly hell, but like I love that, life is balancing itself out. Me and Dion have these talks all the time about like the balance of life, the what ifs, the this, that. And I can't wait till he comes back on here to where I can do another. Hopefully I can get him this weekend. I would love to get him this weekend, y'all, just to give y'all a little something, or to have, I need to have my mom and my dad up in here soon too. I'm gonna have to iron all those details out. But let me see what time it is, 'cause I can't be late. Okay, we still got some time. But I say I like to say, y'all, like critical thinking is essential, especially when you're raising kids, because like it takes a critical thinking person to raise a critically thinking child. And I love that, like the people that I'm surrounded by, the friends that I have, the associates that I have, is like they all on that same wave. They all thinking like that. And like the kids, I'm seeing how they treat their kids. I'm seeing like how, they put their family first, and like they're doing things the right way. It's dope. It's really, I love it. So I can only imagine what those kids will turn into. I'm hoping that as the generations go, my thing is like, if people are going to have kids, and if we're going to associate, pass down stuff to children or whatever, to me, it's like we have to raise kids that are more advanced, that's better than us, to kids that we can learn things from. Because if we're not doing that, granted, time and social media is going to do that, because they're pumping these kids with hormones and knowledge right now, like it don't make no doggone sense. So they're going to evolve faster than normal. Like if you really look around, like if y'all haven't noticed, y'all ever notice how like kids are really, 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 really tall? Like the hormones they've been putting inside these foods, bro, is crazy. Like you used to have a few overdeveloped kids back in the day that was in school with us, and like they some had more boobs than others, some had more muscles than others, and the third. But the average child these days is tall, especially with the boys, and like both boys and girls, tall. Could be athletes are doing, like, it's so crazy how like the generations just change. Cause like if you look at previous times up to now, people was really tall and we've gotten shorter, and we had little humps, and now it's doing this. It's getting back to the taller side, and we can talk about that another day. That's actually like a thing, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. I have 10 minutes. But Yeah, man, like it's so crazy how like these kids are just changing. The world is changing and it's evolving with us or without us. She said, "This is why I stick to organic and dream about a garden. My children, that's when my baby food." Right? No, like, and that's why I'm at with it too, because whenever I move and have my land, I want to start my garden. Because I want to start my stuff like I want to start like a mini garden back here. I want to teach my dogs how to dig, even though they already dig and put holes in my backyard. But like teach them how to farm dig because they have poodle and they have a retriever in their blood, so they can be farm and like you can teach them how to do that, you know. But it's like I don't have the real space like I want to really get it going. You know what I'm saying? But when I do, which is gonna be soon, which is gonna be honestly by next year. But I can't wait. It's going down, y'all. It's going down. But we're gonna have to wrap this up because I want to make sure I really get these affirmations done with y'all because I know how important that is for a lot of people. But I know for sure. I don't know if Cortland. I know if for I'm reaching out to Cortland, Andre, potentially Nick. If you still up in here, if you can, I'm gonna see how that goes. Nick and Nisi, Andre for sure, and my dad and my mom and them, because Miss Samantha said something about this jazz holiday stuff. This I got an idea. I'm gonna just say this. I got an idea, y'all. This probably could be something dope, really really dope. But peace and love. We about to do our post affirmations before we. It originally time. It really is time for. Yeah, it is time for start garden. To start garden. There's a book. I'm gonna have to go find that screenshot. I'm about to buy that book, and it's like it's the how-to kit. I'm gonna have to buy it, and I'm gonna have to screenshot some pages, or just find the book itself again because it's in my little list of stuff that I save on my phone. But now I'm gonna have to send it to y'all one day. I'll just post it on here one day so y'all can see what I'm talking about. It's basically the essentials of everything. How to know what berry is this, what weed is this, how to grow this seed, how to do this, that, and the third, how to put solar energy into your house. Like, y'all, I'm about to go next year. I'm going big. Whenever everything starts opening up, I'm going big. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, we're gonna do our post affirmation. So it's different from the ones that we normally do whenever we open up the podcast. We close it with call and response rather. I mean, we open with call and response rather than we end it with recitement. So whatever phrase I say, you guys say it on your end, and that's how we're going to pretty much wrap it up. I am loved. I am cherished. I am protected. I will have a great day. I am prosperous. I am covered. I am blessed. And I receive abundance. I love y'all. I will catch y'all. Man, today's Friday. I'll catch y'all tomorrow, hopefully. I'm really hoping I can get some more people in here tomorrow. It just be people's schedules, y'all. Now, everybody got the same time I have. You know, I'll be trying to get some people up in here, but people got real lives. People got work. You know, people got to be places at 9 o'clock, and y'all know we don't end until... Oh, Miss Samantha, I promise you I'm not forgetting on the music. I'm telling you, like, you don't know what you did. It's a great idea. It's coming. Don't worry about it. I got you. But yeah, you know, people got lives, so not everybody could really make it. Especially Keely. Keely be up in here a lot. One day I'm gonna have to get Keely. I need Keely up in here. I really want to talk to Keely. But I love y'all, man. Y'all have a great day. Thanks you so much for tuning in. I don't know if y'all noticed, but our numbers been booming. Shout out to everybody that's been coming in and watching and all that type of stuff. We finally broke the double digits. Like, I'll go back and look at the insights and stuff like that. Like, we're really doing good. So y'all keep commenting, keep sharing, keep spreading the love, keep spreading the podcast. It's been growing, and I can't thank you guys enough. I'm really here to serve y'all, and I'm really here to help the community and just open minds, y'all. That's all I'm in it for. But I love you guys. You have a good one. Bless y'all, and peace and chicken grease.